YouTubers, thanks for tuning back into another video. Today we're going to dissect the little hatchback, figure out what's still there, what's not, what we need to repair, and what we need to replace. So let's go ahead and get this party started and roll the intro. So boys and girls, if you're new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the bell, that way you'll know whenever I upload. There's gonna be a lot more fluid uploads, better predictability, if you will. So today, as I mentioned, we're gonna talk about the Civic. We bought it back, we're gonna go through it. It's gonna get a new power plant, a new heart. Right now, I'm reading through the comments of the last video, but I encourage you guys, leave me comments here. You know, I'm not certain that an all-wheel drive car is really in the cards right now, being a budget build, but with that budget inspire, I wanna go ahead and I wanna do something front-wheel drive. I'm really heavily leaning towards an H to B swap, something turbo, something that makes some pretty good jam, and we're gonna build a motor. So leave me a comment, let me know what you would like to see in this. Maybe it's an F series, maybe it's an H series, maybe it's not any of that, but ultimately, let me hear from you in the comment section, and we'll go ahead and open the doors and start looking around on this thing. So under here, guys, it looks a lot like how we left it. So without removing any kind of body panels, we're just gonna do a high-level walkthrough or a walk around. The car still has the weight plate that I put on the car with raw performance. So if I remember right, it weighs 105 pounds. You know, this was the first weight plate, and honestly, it's really the only weight plate I've ever had. So kind of a little bit of nostalgia there. We put a whole new front end on this thing whenever we had it before. So it's got a new radiator support, new headlights, the weight plates, the lower portion there between the tow hooks. It's this odd green color, and ultimately, you know, probably gonna end up being black. I started over here. EK subframe, it looks like it had power steering on it. It was deleted whenever I had it. So all that, you know, is more or less take it or leave it kind of deal. It still has the hood exit, and it still has the little beauty trim. So likely we'll try to reuse that. It's not exactly on the same suspension, so we're gonna need some suspension. I've got another surprise that I'll be filming here in probably a week that we're gonna pick up, and it's gonna give us a lot of these parts. So stick around, subscribe, and stay tuned for that. But in the front, I went ahead and I had the ARP lug studs put in it, and it's got a set of blocks, upper control arms that are adjustable. We had this car on max speed and rods. They're adjustable coilovers without any dampening, and it seemed to work well. Underneath it, it's just the factory bushings, and the way that they're situated, we robbed out the PCI that we had in it, and we put them into Clifford. So the car's got, you know, stock suspension in the front. Yeah, I think it's actually CRV struts right now, and then some Civic struts in the back that probably are blown the way it looks like. So we definitely need all four corners. The car's got drum brakes on the rear, and there's not really anything special back there. The exhaust was removed from the car. So back in the previous videos, we originally ran a full exhaust, and then we went to a hood exit. So the tunnel's virtually clean. Shift linkage is missing. Inside the car, it's probably got the most amount of goodies left. So we still have the AEM wideband. We've got the ultralight autometer oil pressure gauge. We've even got the boost gauge. This eBay janky steering wheel is still here. So a lot of that, you know, is gonna help us save some money, but I still have the carpet. I actually pulled the carpet out to put in the Clifford. So we'll put the carpet back in here and restore a lot of these interior panels here in a future video. Just do some cleanup. The car also doesn't have a headliner, but it's got some pretty good door panels. So right now, it really needs a bath, and we'll just start tinkering. Ultimately, you know, it's in probably worse shape than when we bought it before, considering I sold all the pieces. That's nobody's fault but my own. But, you know, this is going to be a fun little build. So if you guys are, you know, interested in following along, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, and ultimately you'll, Mr. Ultimately here, you know, it's going to be a good ride. So guys, I think this is going to be pretty well just a short little video. I'll add some of the clips that I've got from back before, you know, we pulled it apart, before I dismantled anything, and we'll occupy some time here. But I appreciate you watching. Tune in, subscribe, like this video, leave me a comment, and we'll get this party going again. So a lot of the goodies are, you know, simply just a phone call away. We just need some time.